Over these past several videos, I've been talking about marketing, specifically business to business or B2B marketing for tech startup companies. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit and get really down to the roots of this and talk about what exactly marketing is. So often people have different ideas of what the marketing function does at a business. Sometimes we joke that people think it's the arts and crafts department, or they just think it's swag and what you give out at events, or they think it's having parties and throwing events. But it's so much more than that. And so I want to give you a little bit of education around exactly what marketing is. I'm Amanda Rabideau, founder and CEO of Arch Collective. Let's talk about marketing. Merriam-Webster, the dictionary, defines marketing as the process or technique of promoting, selling, and distributing a product or service. Yet when you're running a tech startup company, it's important to embrace and research facets of marketing that go beyond just promoting your solution. Startup marketing becomes about creating brand recognition, positioning yourself as a thought leader, and creating and developing relationships and partnerships within your industry. Marketing aims to attract the attention of service users, buyers, and potential investors, and does this with using careful planning, messaging, and collaboration. One aspect of startup marketing is direct marketing for a particular product or service. Marketing first went well beyond billboards and flyers when in 1922, a real estate company paid to air an advertisement on the radio about their business. So this means radio advertising has been around for over 100 years. TV advertisements were following quickly after, while gaining ground a couple decades after radio advertisement. The world's first ever TV ad was by a watchmaker, Bulova. Today, of course, companies have more channels than ever with which they can engage their potential audience to entice them to use their products or services. Videos or product demos, influencers using their app or platform, these can go viral across Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, or of course on YouTube. These particular ads are able to link back to your product where people can either purchase or even schedule a demo or set up time to talk to a salesperson. Startup marketing is also about curating and creating your brand. Brand is one of those areas that is oft overlooked and maybe sometimes thought about as the arts and crafts part of the marketing department, but it really is so much more. Branding or great branding has a lot of thought and psychology that goes beyond it. As well, it's about synthesizing information and connecting the dots. Branding has been going on since the ancient Greeks were in the streets hollering about the latest wine shipment, trying to entice people to buy. But the concept of a name brand, that's a little bit younger, and it's probably only been around since the 19th century. Today, brand messaging and management is largely around creating a voice and content that potential buyers want to engage with. Products and services might change with shifting market trends, but consistent branding will allow you to build lasting client relationships. Let me give you a quick personal example and something that some of you may have picked up here and there when watching my videos. Behind me, I always have my Depeche Mode album. For those of you who aren't aware of Depeche Mode, they are a techno-pop band that came out in the early 1980s. Yes, some 40-some years ago. And even more exciting, they're currently on a new tour around the new album that just launched earlier in 2023. So why does this matter and why does this relate to branding? Think about music trends since 1981. While Depeche Mode is a techno-pop band, using synthesizers and other specific music tones. In that time period, the grunge movement came in and synthesizers were definitely passé during that. Hip hop started taking over the music scene, and we've seen the rise of so many other pop, country, and other music trends and stars. But Depeche Mode, over these 40 years, they have stayed consistent and they've created the music that's authentic to them as well as to their audience, which is why even here some 40 years later, they're still able to go on tour and have a successful album launch. So call this a little bit of a plug for them, but in case you're interested, you should check them out. If you want to understand branding in more detail or be like Depeche Mode and have a brand that's sticky and stays around for decades to come, take a look at the Arch Collective branding courses. In these branding courses or in our branding packages, we either help you create your own brand message and brand, or we can create it for you. Either way, you'll walk away with solid messaging, a compelling brand story, and an impactful visual brand. We don't need to tell savvy tech founders and entrepreneurs that there are so many more marketing channels available around those that I even mentioned. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you probably heard me talk about email marketing. Email marketing still has such a solid ROI. $36 for every $1 spent. However, while email marketing may be true today, it's good to keep your options open. In fact, many startup companies are utilizing new channels and finding ways to tap into new ways to reach their audience. Some of these platforms and techniques include TikTok, repurposing blog content, and using influencer marketing. Let me talk a little bit more about each of these. Let's start with TikTok. Stats suggest that short form video is the most engaging form of visual content, and companies like Shopify are taking advantage of that. Influencer marketing. Influencer marketing has been popular with the business to consumer industry or B2C industry. However, B2B tech leaders can also capitalize on using influencers to attract attention and to engage with the products and services that they're already happily using. Because remember, influencers, they're running businesses too. And finally, repurposing blog content. If you've got a blog that's gained some traction, awesome. Why not take a little snippet of it, match it with a visual, and then post it on Instagram? Or record yourself reading a small piece of that same blog and pair it with a product demo or other information behind a video. And again, you can put that on TikTok, YouTube, or even Instagram as well. Right now, it's possible to build an omnichannel marketing strategy to reach more investors or leads than you could possibly imagine with spending and making less of an investment than you even think. At Arch Collective, we know startup marketing. We're the experts. So talk to us about getting your product or service in front of the right people. Book a 15-minute call and we'll talk you through our process and how we can get started. And if you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel and we'll see you next time.